Would you like to know something that I realized seconds before starting this video? You know, it's kind of hard to imagine that, because today is July 1st. We are in the second half of 2020. I would like to think that, the first half was, something of a distant memory. But considering everything that happened, everyone's wishing that we could really put it behind us. And this is another thing I realized. So with that being said, the very first day of 2020, the very first day of this decade even, January 1st, 2020, was Hump Day. And today, July 1st, the beginning of the second half of 2020, is also Hump Day. So you know what? Starting this off on the hopefully happiest of Hump Days, the first half of this year, it was, we can say all we want, but the general consensus is it was bad. No one wants to remember that. So how about we move forward and look to something that's better? Because, there's a lot of great things happening, coming soon, or, down the line of this year. Or, maybe 2020 is already shot for you, and so you're just riding out the rest of the year until, 2021, where hopefully it's better. Well, that's not to say that the rest of 2020 can't be bad either. So, let's move forward with a little bit more optimism. Because I get the feeling that everything's gonna be coming up Millhouse. I like that line. I literally just heard that line recently. I forget where, but it's just funny that way. Right. So keep in mind, for whatever reason, my cable was acting all stupid. I mean, here's the thing: it was working, but I couldn't change the channel. I use a Roku, by the way, in case that is the reason why. I don't know. And I couldn't change the channel on this is the little remote I use, and to change the channel, you gotta press this button, and you have to scroll up or down, right? When you press this button, that little loading line comes up, and it was going on and on and on. It was like that for the entirety of the first hour. So I actually missed several of the acts of America's Got Talent when they first happened. But I did get to see the second half, on lot. I mean, I saw the second half, thankfully, after everything was fixed. And I got to see all the other acts, online, because, it's the internet. Not to mention, it really does help the fact that America's Got Talent has a YouTube channel as well, which, of course, I'm subscribed to. And you should subscribe to as well. You could do that before or after subscribing to me. That'd be great. So let's get into the actions. So, two-time Olympic runners, not just a runner. She was amazing. Can't say anything bad about that. Okay. No kidding. When I saw the Texas cheer team go on, the giant dance group, I was thinking to myself, I'm getting some serious Bring It On vibes. Yeah. Here's the thing about Bring It On. I never actually saw the original, but I did see, because for whatever reason, at the time it was called ABC Family. This is how long ago it was, where they showed the sequel, which is a direct-to-DVD sequel, but they showed it on cable television, and that was the one with Hayden Panettiere, which I'm just saying right now, I immediately had a crush on Hayden Panettiere after I saw that, because she's pretty. Although she's happily married right now, so whatever hopes of a celebrity crush I had, I no longer have. So There was a piano player just last night on America's Got Talent, but not the piano player I was. Seriously, are they gonna? Well, here's the thing. I don't know if they're still doing auditions anymore. Because, well, I'll be getting into why, but they never showed Ed Clute at all. I'm a little worried. Did they show him off screen? I mean, I haven't seen any videos on him, of him being on the America's Got Talent stage. Someone should probably, help me out with that, because I have, no idea, what the deal is. But, we saw a talented piano player in Jacob Velasquez. He was awesome. Of course he was. Michael Yo. Actually, we had a couple comedians on there. Michael Yo and Crystal Powell. They were funny, I must say. A few other musicians as well. That little kid Elijah performed Seven Rings by Ariana Grande on the cello. Here's the thing. Seven Rings is kind of not the most appropriate song for a child to know. So how does a child know that? Well, let's be honest. We live on the internet. We live in a day and age where people are getting a little more loose with things. Why couldn't that be my time when I was growing up? I don't know. Well, here's the thing. It was just my folks were really adamant. I mean, I'd want to be a good little boy now, wouldn't I? So, yeah, Seven Rings on the cello. That was impressive, to say the least. Kendall Dodds on the guitar. She was really good. And finally, before I get into the golden buzzer, there was the unicyclist, which, seriously, unicycling is cool. If you're able to unicycle, then I bow to you, because unicycling is cool. I mean, that very well outdoes one of my all-time favorite unicycling videos ever. Maybe you've heard of this. And I'll put a link to the video below, because I'm very certain it's on YouTube. Where there's this one guy out in Oregon, he's called the Unipiper, who rides on a unicycle and plays the bagpipes. Let me repeat that. He rides a unicycle while playing the bagpipes. Or plays the bagpipes while riding a unicycle. Take your pick. All you need to know is that it's awesome. And this was years and years ago, 2013, I think. When The Hobbit: An Unexpected Journey came out in theaters, the Unipiper actually rode down the street, doing doing the Lord of the Rings theme, which, yeah, that was awesome. It was awesome. I really like that theme, and I believe the nostalgia. Because here's the thing: one type of series of videos that the Nostalgia Critic does. I don't know if it's been a while since he's done one of these, but he does what's called a top 11, which, if it sounds familiar, I did a top 11 myself when it came to Super Bowl matchups, where he takes the 11 things out of a certain group or category or franchise or whatever, and obviously, he ranks them from, 11 to 1, the least best or best, or from 11 to this number one all the time favorite. Yeah. So, when it came to, I did a top 11 most awesome, movie themes. Lord of the Rings, I do believe, was either number 11 or number 10. It was low on the list, but the fact it made it on there is still pretty awesome. For those of you guys who are wondering, oh, no kidding though, Mortal Kombat, dun 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 dun. That was number 4, actually. Seriously, everyone gives the original Mortal Kombat movie a lot of flack just because it was, rated PG-13 instead of rated R, which, by all accounts, it really should have been. But honestly, in terms of video game adaptations, up until a couple of recent ones, like Sonic, I think, was supposed to be pretty good. Mortal Kombat was like the best video game adaptation you had. And I liked it. I remember watching that movie a lot, actually, when I was a kid growing up. I mean, don't get me wrong. I know it's bad. But I will admit, I have a soft spot in my heart for that. I'm not going to go so far as to say it's a guilty pleasure because, I don't really feel guilty in saying that I liked it. But, it's something I grew up with watching. I know it's campy. I know it's stupid, but I like it. Why not? Plus, honestly, the acting in it wasn't... Well, seriously, if you watch that movie again, the acting in that movie really wasn't that bad. Again, definitely some 90s trope affair type stuff that, is from that time. But outside of that, it's good. Yeah. So, there's all that taken care of and out of the way. Don't necessarily know what my, let's see, what else do I want to talk about? I saw one of my cousins yesterday. She was, she lives in town, but, she likes to visit us every now and again. It was nice to see her. Yeah, not really much else to go on, but there is one thing I really do want to stress. And, I like to think at the very least yesterday, I said this last time I did my ARC thoughts, is that, I like to think I did a better job sort of, promoting, Pride Month, which, yes, is now officially over. But, I want to point out that, people in that community still struggle. Whether it comes to acceptance, opening up, coming out, finding love. They struggle all the time. Being equal amongst other people in the community. And to put things into perspective, you hear stories about, people getting, I probably shouldn't be talking about this, but, people getting, raped and stuff. That happens in the LGBTQIA community as well. It does. Really it does. But, because, it's the LGBTQIA community and not enough people really care, they're not going to be noticed. Or, even worse, the actual person who did the raping got away with it, scot-free. So, clean getaway type stuff. So, it's still a struggle. But, if nothing else, we can all be glad that, things are a lot better now than they ever were. And we can only strive to try and be better every day. And you know what? We can strive to make 2020 better every day. So you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I do this all the time, technically, keep up an optimistic point of view, stuff like that. Try and make my day good. I do that all the time. But you know what? With 2020 being as it's been so far, it's halfway done right now. And again, for a lot of people, your 2020 is probably already shot. But you know what? That's no excuse to make the rest of it better. Maybe you'll find something down the line that makes you think, you know what? 2020 as a whole wasn't that great, but that part in 2020 was pretty good. So you know what? I'm going to make a resolution. And I think everyone else should, try and strive to do the same. Let's try and make the rest of 2020 better. Obviously within reason, with COVID-19 and, even with some people closed down or some people meaning social distancing, quarantine, all that stuff. Let's try and make it better, but within reason. I think it's very doable. Difficult? Sure. But definitely doable. We just got to take one day at a time Focus on the moment that we're in right now and think to yourselves, what can we do to make it better? If you see someone who needs help getting through a door, hold the door for them. If, you want to take initiative to do something to help others, do that. Let's make the rest of 2020 better. That should be, I never really want to make, I know it's, I'll probably why not? I'll put a hashtag in the title. You'll see what it is later. But, favorite, share, hit the subscribe button, follow me on social media platforms, on YouTube. I'm very humble to make this video for you guys watching enjoy for today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful hump day. Let's make the rest of 2020 better. And remember, if you guys want to talk to channels, we need to let you know. Always be back. Take care and make good choices. See ya.